Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Bayou State. The Houdat chant ringing behind us as we are ready for football at Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. On the visitor's sideline, Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon. On the other sideline, it is the head coach of the Saints. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So the Cardinals come out. They are led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019. The 7th year for Murray leading the Birds.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Arizona.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the Pitt product, James Conner. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That'll be taken in by Conner. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. It'll work Conner in the middle here. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. On play action, Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he will get into the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Prater, extra point is good. And the Cardinals have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and long. Here's Rattler. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Saints lining up in punt formation. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Greg, as the Cardinals come out here, we think about the steady progress with Jonathan Gannon from a 4-win season in his first year to 8 last year. And if there's consistency with the quarterback, maybe this is a team that can start making some noise in the NFC West.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The job Jonathan Gannon's done, it's been a slow build. This was not a quick fix. There was a lot of things that he needed to get right when he took this job a couple years ago. And one of them was just the development of Kyler Murray. Continue to build an offense that plays to his strengths and then develop and protect him in some of his weaknesses as a young quarterback. So we've seen improvement on the defensive side of the ball. That's where Gannon's made his hay as a coach. Now, can they put the two together, develop this young talent, and now go compete in what's been a very good division?
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Murray. A throw on the move is caught. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. So, Greg, here come the Saints, and the question is, where are they going, right? 9-8, but they drop off last year from that record in 2023 to 5-12 in 2024. Derek Carr's retired, and I just look back and I remember the consistency of Drew Brees and Sean Payton, and now the question is, what's next?
Well, that's exactly right, and it's really what every team in the league is searching for, right, Mike? In order to have long-term sustained success, you need to have stability at the quarterback position and the head coaching spot. If you have those 2 boxes checked, you have a chance, and that's really been the issue in New Orleans since Sean Payton and since Drew Brees went away. So can they find it? They believe Kellen Moore is that long-term answer at the head coaching spot. Time will tell. And then they got to get the quarterback position settled down. Derek Carr's now gone. Who is that next guy? And is he the quarterback just this year, this week, or the next decade? I'm not sure anybody right now has that answer.
And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A give up the middle with Kamara. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now, faking the give, and he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. Josh Sweat getting in there to bring him down. His 1st sack of the season. Rattler now back to throw. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. Eric Hendricks getting in for the sack, and now it's going to be 3rd and a mile. To throw, it's Rattler. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The Cards offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. McBride is the motion man. On 1st down, the drive begins with Connor. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
And this will not help the cause. He's going backward. Tackled back at the 8.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss. That's just a brutal miss, especially on 3rd down. If he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, 1st down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss. On his way to a nice pickup of 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. They're going to go right back to Camara. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll go again here with Camara. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, it's Camara. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and that's going nowhere. Thrown down, literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cardinals.
Throwing is Rattler. That one knocked away in the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So, 1st quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 7-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. Expects the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. Now it is 1st and goal as we are ready to get back underway. They'll run here with Kamara. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Again, it'll be Kamara. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Texas.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. You just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And, I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6 and 11 at the bottom looking up, it's pretty remarkable. But to your point, Mike, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Just not a lot of plays on that call sheet for the offensive coordinator for 3rd and a mile. So that's a huge sack there that they took on 2nd down. And barring something dramatic happening here, it might have just killed any chance of extending this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On the give. This is Connor. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down. The Cardinals lining up for punt as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The Saints offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Rattler. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Rattler. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Josh Sweat. He works his way in to record the 2nd sack of his young career.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Cardinals offense ready to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. We'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll tuck it and take off. They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Arizona.
Running here is Connor. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He was tackled at the 46.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again here to Connor. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now as he'll punch it away for the 4th time today. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Saints offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Rattler gonna throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. The left side into the hands of Olave. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for New Orleans. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Cardinals offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. He'll let it go deep left sideline. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, You're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Saints offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. His pass right side taken in by Cook. 3rd down and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
First down and goal to go.
Here's a run. And he'll take this one in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown Saints. Groupie comes on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Saints will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Jones now on the return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Murray. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 25.
Murray now on 2nd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. The right side to Olave. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's another Saints 1st down.
He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 37.
Back to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. 3rd and long.
Jalen Thompson on the coverage.
They'll look to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Here's Blake Groupie for the Saints. A field goal try. This a 48-yard attempt. On the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked.
And that's just a really good effort there. Remember, if he misses the ball and he runs into the kicker, that's an automatic first down, but he doesn't. Not only does he get through, almost untouched, he's able to get a hand on it and block the kick.
The Cardinals offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Murray on 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. To throw again is Murray. That'll be taken in by Connors. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hanson, who has the EA
Our
Sports
swing around the NFL
report.
starts now. In Jacksonville, the Jaguars at home to take on Carolina. All right, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day. The debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. And it's the Carolina defense getting the job done here. This a big play late in the ball game. The Panthers are able to come away with their first victory on the season. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, each team's been able to manage just 1 touchdown, 7-7 tied at the half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this 2nd half. Could not ask for more from that 1st half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offensive veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. And maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady. And then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets. New coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And you know, we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
He was defended by Emmanuel Mosley.
Murray. Now he'll run. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
First down.
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Connor. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Max doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Second down, Murray. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. Now Murray. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
Look, I think anytime, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
10 yards. That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing is Rattler. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing now is Rattler. Hook's able to pull that one in. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
And 2.
Looking to throw, Rattler. And that is incomplete.
I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on 4th down. He didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it.
Now, this looks like a design run, and he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down. The Cards offense make their way out to take over once more. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now,
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Desmond King. And
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
The Saints offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
Well, I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Devontae Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Devontae Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Rattler. A throw on the move is caught. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Here's Akers. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Still first down.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, you do it for a loss.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And good work there by the defense. They stop him at the 9s, of course, 4th down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
From the 6, here comes a return. Ooh. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 41-yard line.
They'll run it on first down with Connor. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Murray. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down. Toss it to the right to Connor. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Murray. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Zay Jones. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Prater's extra point is good. And the Cardinals are on top. It's 14-10. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offensive veteran Alvin Kamara is set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Rattler. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
16 yards. That's good for a Saints.
Rattler now back to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
This one on target to Olave. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Now Rattler going to throw. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25.
14 yards. That's good.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. the first carry for Cam Akers. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Running is Akers. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's into the hands of Akers. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
Now Murray on 1st down. He takes off. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
14. 1st down, Cardinals.
They go play action now. Murray. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
1st down.
Couple of 1st downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
Arizona.
They'll go right back to Connor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
From the gun, it's Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
They'll run with Connor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one online. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Open is Taysom Hill. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he'll give himself up after picking up the 1st down.
9-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Exiting the pocket right. He'll take off again. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Back to throw. This pass right side taken in by Cooks. Here's 2nd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll step up and run this. Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd.
He'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down. Throwing is Rattler. Open man, right side. He's got it. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
Another Saints. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing now is Rattler. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. 2nd down, goal to go. They'll look to throw yet again. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop it. Just over 40 seconds to go in this one. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Rattler. This is caught at 2. So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. Here's Rattler. Oh, a loose football. Cardinals say they have it, and they do. And the defense has to feel good about that. 4th and goal. They come up with a big play and end this drive.
In this case, Mike, the defense is thinking turnover on downs, but in this play, they actually force the turnover in the process and make a huge goal line stand to keep the offense out of the end zone.
Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts. So just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.